Hey there, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are doing another client tutorial. This is my lovely client. Her name is Betty. We're going to be doing a gold with a pink crease, and we're going to start with the brows actually. I don't normally do this, but I'm trying something new as far as the routine goes. And I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pomade in the shade Soft Brown. If you didn't see my previous client tutorial, I really enjoy this because you can build up the color on the brow. So I'm just following the natural shape of her eyebrow because she has really nice brows already. They just need to be a little bit more filled in, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm not going to do anything too harsh on her. So I'm just going to fill in very lightly. For this next step, I am going to clean up the brow just a little bit. It just kind of makes the brow look a little bit more cleaner. I didn't do that in my previous client, but I am doing it today. As you can see, it just kind of gives the eyebrow a little bit more of a lifted kind of brow. And I'm also going to prime with the same concealer, which is the one from the RCMA palette, which you will see later in a clip. I forgot to include the shade here, but it is the second shade in the actual palette. So I'm blending that out, and I'm blending it on the eyelid as well. We're going to use the Amrezy palette with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and we're going to take the shade called OG, and this is going to be our first transition shade on Betty's crease, and I'm applying that with a very fluffy brush all over the entire crease. Next, we're going to pick up Semsa, which is a pink color, which is so pretty. We're going to put that right over we did for the OG color, and that focus is going to be mainly on the crease as well. So you will notice when she opens her eye, you can see the actual crease color. So we're going to do that on both of the eyelids. We're going to pick up 1988, which is a very warm brown color, and we're going to focus that right on the outer corner. As you can tell, I'm using like a circling motion with the brush in a backwards C, focusing that right on the outer corner because I wanted to focus outside so it could be more of a smoky effect. This is the palette that I was telling you about, the RCMA one. But we're going to use this again to cut the crease for her eyelid for the main color of the inner corner of the eye. Next, we're going into the Perception palette with ColourPop and Shayla and using the Diva shade. This is a very gold color, and I wanted to add that right on the entire eyelid. As you can tell, the left eye is a little bit more slanted, so I did notice that, and I did fix it, adding more of the gold on the left eye because my right one was a little bit higher. So as you will see next, I'm going to fix it, and again, we are going to make these a little bit more even. picking up the shade called Yugo, and this is more of a deeper chocolate brown color to make it a little bit more smokier. So I'm adding that right on top where we add the 1988 shade, just to make it a little bit more smokier, a little bit more sultry, kind of like a night out type of look. So we're adding that to the outer corner once again. Next, I'm using the same brush that we used with the Samsa shade, and there's no additional product on here. I'm just kind of blending out the edges so it won't be as harsh, because I like it to be a little bit of a soft effect. Same thing with this brush, just kind of softening off the edges. Next, we're going to do winged eyeliner, and for this I made Betty look straight ahead and kind of flick out the wing. As you noticed, I do mess up here. I am not perfect. Eyeliner is so hard to do. I've been doing makeup for a while now, and it's probably one of the hardest things that I still struggle with. To be completely honest with you, if you are a makeup artist right now and you are a pro at it, please help a sister out. But if you are still a beginner, practice, practice, practice. That's the way that I learned, and I keep on learning. So as you can tell, I do mess up. I look at her, I clean it up to fix it. So I do end up getting the right shape, but just so you are aware, just keep on practicing, girl. We got this, we got this. So this is where I kind of get it a little bit not even. As you'll see, I'll have her look at me, and then obviously they don't look symmetrical to me, and that's when I clean it up and start it over. To prep for her lashes, this is my favorite mascara. I love it. It's very black, from L'Oreal. For the lashes, these are from downtown Los Angeles. However, I've seen people buy them on the AliExpress app. So Betty already had her skin prepped with moisturizer, and she already cleansed it and everything. So I moved on straight to the primer. And we're going to use two different shades from Dose of Colors, my favorite foundation of all time, super matte, super long wear, super full coverage, very buildable. I absolutely love, love, love this foundation so much on my clients. So I'm adding these two to her face and blending it out with a brush. We're going to highlight with the Milani Conceal Perfect in the shade 125, putting that on the bottom of the eyes, a little bit on the forehead, on her chin, and the Cupid's bow. And I blended it out with the same brush that I used for the foundation. I didn't add anything on it, but just because it has some of the foundation, it kind of just meshes well with everything. Just makes it more of a seamless application. I did use a beauty sponge to kind of blend out the concealer, and then I moved on to cream contour. I did use this in my previous client. I absolutely love this. Again, this is the Makeupforever palette, the HD cream palette, and I'm using the same shade. I don't know the name of it, I am so sorry, but I'm adding that on the highest point of her cheekbones, kind of blending that upwards to give her a more chiseled, more uplifted cheekbone area. Moving on to the powder foundation, the same one. This is the Makeupforever Matte Velvet Skin in the shade Y375. And I really like using this Fenty brush to put on the powder because it just fits really well under the under eye and literally on all the places where someone would normally get oily. But next we're going to move on to the highlight. This is the Dior Universal Backstage palette in the gold shade. I'm putting that on the highest points of the cheekbones. I love this highlighting palette. It's so gorgeous on everybody's skin tone, and it's just a very nice texture. Like, it's the most beautiful highlight I have ever purchased. Please get this if you are a makeup artist. This is such a beautiful addition to your makeup kit. For the same inner corner, I'm using the same Dior gold color because it just brings that pop of goldness. So next I'm going to use this NYX palette and using the bronzer shade and kind of just setting that down in place. I love this. This is amazing. It's a very warm tone kind of bronzer, which is what I really like. And for blush, I use my same e.l.f. blush palette in the color on the top left corner. Yes, that one. And putting that right on the apples of the cheeks. I absolutely love this. And if you're wondering why I use the same products, I do disinfect all of my stuff because you need to disinfect every time after every use. Okay, please don't be lazy. Please disinfect your stuff. Please be sanitary. Okay, we're moving on to the lower lash line. We're going to use the same OG shade, 1988, and Yugo on the lower lash line. Next, we're going to do the KKW Nude 2 lip liner as to lining the lips. And then I used a lipstick from Mud, which I don't remember the name at the top of my head, but I'll list it down below. And I did not like how that was looking, so then I used Posh liquid lipstick and I topped it off with Freebird lip gloss and sealed it with some Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Just for some finishing touches, I wanted a little bit more highlights, and I just wanted to kind of define the crease a little bit more with Semsa shade. But that is the end of this makeup look. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you learned something new today. If you enjoy these kinds of tutorials on clients, please give me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoyed it, and I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in my next one. Toodles!